Hello, you're watching a movie night quick review, and I'm Albert, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Ides of March, which is an American political drama. And I thought, with all the developments in American politics we've seen recently, this would be appropriate. So it's it's based on a play by Beau Willimon, which in the play is called Farragut North. The film itself, The Ides of March, is directed by George Clooney and stars a number of brilliantly talented actors, including Ryan Gosling, who plays the main role, Clooney himself, the late great Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, and the fantastic Marisa Tomei. Now, if any of these people were to run for president, they could count on my vote. They're all really talented actors, and it's a really great cast for the film. So, in terms of what's it all about, what's the plot? It concerns the campaign of Pennsylvania Governor Mike Morris, who's played by George Clooney, and the team behind it. I don't know if calling him Governor Morris is a reference to Gouverneur Morris, who was a founding father of the US. I don't know whether that was a reference or whether that was just a happy mistake on their part, but I got it. So the main sort of character in this film is called Steve Myers, and he's Governor Morris's junior campaign manager, and he's played by Ryan Gosling. And this is actually the first film I've seen with him, and I was really impressed considering he's in practically every scene in the film. But he's a really talented actor, and I know he's been tipped for for the Oscar for La La Land this year, which I haven't seen. But just going on this film, he's got some really he's a really talented actor. So the film opens with Steve and Paul, who's a senior campaign manager, played by the wonderful Philip Seymour Hoffman, discussing politics with a journalist called Ida, who's played by Marisa Tomei, another really good, brilliant actor. And so we sort of establish the characters, and we discover that Morris is doing well in the polls against his fellow Democrat rival. It's in the primary stages now, so where the two parties choose their candidates. So Clooney's character is going against another Democrat. But things start to change when Steve Gosling goes for a meeting with Tom Duffy, who's played by Paul Giamatti, who's Morris's rival's campaign manager. And Duffy tells him that the Republicans are planning to sabotage the primary they're voting for and vote for his candidates because they think he'll be easy to beat. And he offers Steve a job on the campaign, but Steve gets a bit upset by this, and he ends up having sex with an intern who's called Molly, played by Evan Rachel Wood, another really talented actor who I hadn't seen before. But then Steve later finds out that she's had intimate relations with George Clooney and is now pregnant. So, and then the rest of the film happens. I won't go into too much detail because it's a really good film. I would definitely recommend you watch it, so I don't want to spoil the rest of the plot. But I watched this film in two parts, actually. I'm not sure how long it is, but I watched it in two parts, and after watching the first, I thought that it was just a sort of mediocre political thriller, which could have been a lot better. But after watching the second half, I actually thought it was a really compelling piece of drama. I couldn't fault any of the performers. As I said before, it's a really, really good, talented cast, and actually the story is a really compelling, interesting one. All the characters are really well played. You really care and are interested in what all the characters are doing. And I'm not sure how much a remembrance to the reality of American political campaigning it has. Obviously we've seen a lot in the news. What it's really like, I don't know. But it was a really great story, and it made you laugh. It could make you cry. It had you on the edge of the seat throughout the whole thing. If I had to pick my favourite scenes, there's a fantastic one in which George Clooney just answers a phone, and I know that doesn't sound like much, but in the film it's just a really fantastic, really well played scene. And also there's one in which he bargains with Steve's character in a kitchen. I can't really explain more about those scenes without ruining the end of the story, but they're just fantastic pieces of acting and drama, and I'm a really big Clooney fan, I'll be honest. I think he's a really, really good actor, and the final scene as well is also really masterful as well. Really good. So overall, if I was to give a rating to the film, I'd probably give it 4 stars. Its only faults were its slightly slow start, as I mentioned before, and the occasional, you got to avoid like sort of lapsing into your old cliches I sort of like to call it about sort of the thick of it style cliches, political ones like Mr. President, we have a problem, or anything like that. It occasionally just has the odd bit of dialogue I thought was a bit like that. But other than that, I would definitely recommend it. Both if you have an interest in US politics, which is something, you know, who knows what's going to happen in America over the next 4 years. But this is a really interesting film. This was made in 2011. So if you have an interest in politics, but also if you just like brilliant drama and fantastic actors, you'll also love this film. It's it's not only a film about politics, but it's really a story about sort of human interactions and the different relationships people have, why people do different things, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fantastic piece of drama. So, thanks for watching. We'll be uploading a new video next Friday, and we look forward for you listening then. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.